Alright guys, Saturday evening here. We are just getting ready to sneak into a spot that we call the pond, because there's a pond right here. Very clever, I know. But I've got a buck forage oat slash brassica slash bean food plot right on the other side of this pond. So we're gonna sneak down in there real quick, climb up in the stand and see if we can't see anything tonight. It's my first hunt of the year on this farm here in Lake County, Illinois, so we'll see what happens. Well, good evening, guys. It is Saturday, October 13th, afternoon hunt. We got this first good cold front of the fall that blew in a couple days ago. Temperature's about 50. Got a nice southwest wind. I'm set up over a very small kill plot that I put in. It's about 35 yards by 40 yards. Relatively small, but it's Heartland Wildlife Rackmaker Extreme, so it's a lot of buck forage oats. It's got some brassicas in it. It's got some green soybeans. It's got some rye. It looks really, really good. Problem is there's just not a lot of deer on this particular farm that I'm hunting, so the deer sign over here is slim to none. But I know that there's a few in here. You just never know what's going to happen. I had the right wind for this particular stand. It was easy to get into. I'm running late tonight. Had some family obligations today, so easy stand to slip into, and we'll see what happens. Not expecting to see too much tonight. If we see any deer at all, I'll be surprised. Probably shoot a doe if I get an opportunity tonight, so we'll see what happens. We're tucked in about an hour and a half till dark. Hopefully something shows up. Let's go, baby. Bow hunt or die. What can I say? That did not take long. Wow. It is 5:20. I've been in the stand for less than a half an hour. I was sitting here and I heard something. There's a couple irrigation ditches behind me, and I heard something cross this one over here, like a big splash. The irrigation ditches are full right now because we've had so much rain. So I heard a big splash over here. I knew it was a deer, or figured it had to be a deer. Heard something walking through. All these cottonwoods have already lost their leaves. so it's real crunchy in there. I heard crunch, crunch, crunch. She came out at about 15 yards and stopped to munch in the food plot just like I was hoping for, and smoked her. Let's see exactly how far she was. My arrow's at 17 yards, buried in the dirt. So she was probably 15 when I shot her. She is 40 yards away, dead on the edge of the food plot. And I can literally drive my truck. If I wanted to, I could drive right to her, but I won't. Whew. Big doe all by herself. That's what I wanted. Oh man, that felt good. Smoke City.
All right, guys, well, we got her drug out here to the edge of the food plot. Wanted to give you a better look at her, just kind of recap the night. Perfect hunt. You know, I didn't have a lot of time tonight. I had some family obligations earlier today, so I picked a spot that was easy to get into. Stand was already set up. Had a pretty good wind for it. I wasn't in the stand 20-25 minutes. I heard this deer cross the creek. I heard her coming up through the cottonwood leaves there. Turned the camera on. I was hoping it was going to be a big buck, to be honest with you, when it stepped out in the plot, but a big, lone, mature doe was kind of second on my list of what I wanted to see tonight. When she stepped out at 15 yards, I wasn't going to pass up that shot. You know, after last week's kind of debacle and losing that deer, unfortunately, I really wanted to turn my season around, get back on track, and that's exactly what I did tonight. She stopped at about 15 or 16 yards, and I put that arrow right through the boiler room. You know, when I came to full draw on this deer, I just had to slow myself down and say, hey, you got all the time in the world, put your pin on her, pull the trigger. That's exactly what I did, and as you guys saw, she only made it about 40 yards and piled up. So certainly feels good to get my season back on track. I know a lot of the other guys on the team have been seeing deer. It is only a matter of time before the bucks start hitting the ground here. This cold front's been very welcome here in early October, mid-October now. The best thing about it is that the mosquitoes are hopefully dead and they won't be coming back this year. So I'm going to finish getting this doe all cleaned up and get her out of here. Tommy and I are going to butcher her up tomorrow night. She will eat very good. This is a huge doe. She's going to provide a lot of venison for us. So couldn't be happier with the way that the gear performed tonight. I know we get a lot of questions about broadheads and broadhead selection. It's always a very hot topic. I've bounced back and forth between fixed blades and mechanicals for years. On the mechanical side, absolutely love the Spitfires. Don't think you can go wrong there, but I am shooting a fixed blade this year. I am back to the Thunderhead Nitro, which is actually the broadhead I shot my buck with last year, and these things are deadly, man. You can't beat them. You put one of those things through the boiler room of a whitetail, and this is exactly what happens. They run 40, 50 yards, and they pile up. So very happy with the way everything performed tonight, and just happy with this hunt overall. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Make sure you guys keep tuning in all fall. We're going to have 2 or 3 episodes a week for you. So until next time, bow hunt or die, baby.
You know, Justin, I'm really starting to enjoy this update during the week because it's fun to be able to not just wait till Thursday and just get hammered with all this footage. It's fun to be able to get out there, see you pound that doe, and you got a great season going here.
Well, I hope I got a great season going
It's
here.
awesome.
It definitely feels like it's back on track. You know, I hunted 3 times last week, and that was the only deer that I saw in 3 sits. But hey, I made it count, capitalized on it, got some meat in the freezer. Now I can hopefully focus on some bucks.
Justin's hunted more than anybody on the team this year. I'm convinced of that already.
I don't know that that's
that
entirely
is freaking
accurate.
true.
A lot of my hunts have been about an hour and a half per sit.
He's hunted more than anybody. Let's keep moving on. I know
that,
you got
that
more
might
sun
last
than
for
me.
about another 5 days until Graf really gets into Graf mode and starts hunting every day.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Look out.
Guys, next up we're going to join Paul Morrison in Ohio as he has a great early October hunt, and then we're going to get an update from Todd, who is probably the one guy on the team that's actually been in some bucks here lately, because I certainly have been. So let's take a look at those hunts now.
Alrighty, folks. Welcome to Southeastern Ohio. Day 2 of the season, September 30th, and Sunday evening I have switched over from my trad bow to the Triax. The reason being, I'm going to hunt a stand that's really, really high up in the tree, and I just don't think I can make a good shot with my trad bow. So we're going to head out there. We're going to hunt some acorn trees tonight. and hopefully get lucky. Now, normally this time of the season, there's a bunch of does that are coming in there using it. So tonight, if a big doe steps in, she's in trouble. So stay tuned. We're gonna get out there and get changed out. Have to switch my hat out, unfortunately, and we'll see what happens tonight. So you guys stick with me, and we'll be in the tree before you know it.
Alright folks, finally settled in here. Day 2, hunt 3. Sun's just now going down behind some of the hills. We got about an hour and a half of daylight. I snuck out here to a big white oak tree that's out kind of in the edge of the woods. These deer, a lot of times, this is the best white oak tree here. Puts out the most acorns, seems like year to year. But my wife killed a really nice buck underneath this tree about 2 years ago with the bow, no blind, and by herself. So that's basically my life's goal is just to outdo her. So that's why I'm hunting here. I'm just kidding. But anyway, it'd be nice to see a really nice buck here. But if we see a doe, or if I see a doe, I'm gonna shoot her. I do have a stealth camera set up right behind me, and I'm hoping that if I get a deer, get in front of the stealth cam, maybe we can get a reverse angle shot. So I kicked the ground up and made a little bit of a scrape, put some Tink Smock scrape starter in there, the power scrape, and hopefully it's a curiosity thing. Maybe a big buck will come in there and stop right over top of it, but if not, I'm hoping a doe's curiosity will kill her. So let's see what happens here tonight. I got her. Unfortunately, man, I didn't have a whole lot of room. beside that spine. I tried to tuck it in right beside the spine, and looks like I caught the spine on her, unfortunately, but she's dead right down there, so I kind of must have blown right through the spine, because she didn't last very long, that's for sure. The angle, like I said, was just a little bit steeper than I wanted to, being in the tree that the deer are coming to, unfortunately. So that's kind of part of it, but there's not much tracking job at all.
All right, well, I do believe when Todd Graf talks about trophy does, this one would qualify. Just a big-bodied, big-headed Ohio nanny, and it's probably one of the bigger does that I've ever killed in Ohio for sure. But it worked out pretty nice tonight. I found the acorn trees and got up in the tree stand, and unfortunately the tree stand was a little bit tall, so instead of bringing my traditional bow like I was the other day, I brought the Matthews, but it worked out and we got a big doe on the ground. The shot wasn't just perfect. The reason why, and I'll have to remember this for next time, the higher you get in the tree stand, the closer the deer are, your angle gets cut way down. So that's one thing really to think about. I knew it was going to be snug, but I didn't think she was going to be quite this close to the tree stand when I'd get a shot. So I'm happy to get, like I said, one on the ground, and we'll move on to the big bucks. We checked some cameras today, and pretty exciting. So there's some big ones there, but they haven't been there recently. They're about a month or so ago, so we'll see. We'll get out there. The weather starts changing, the leaves start dropping, and things start cranking up. So hopefully next time you guys see me, I'll be standing behind a big Ohio buck. So we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed the hunt tonight, and good luck and stay safe out there, guys. Bow hunt or die.
Well, I decided that I am going to head back to the stand tonight. I just hung it. We got rising barometer, cold temperatures. Their bucks were on their feet at this location when I hung the stand, so I just think this could be a good evening. So I'm going to slide in there. There's something going on for this many bucks to be up there. When I was hanging that stand, I think I saw 3 different bucks, so I'm gonna slide in there right now and hunt this evening. This would be great to shoot an early season buck. October the 12th had this incredible cold front come in. I mean, they're calling for freezing temperatures here this evening, so that will be interesting. The wind right now is out of the west, which is just perfect for sneaking into this set. I'm parked to the east. I'm able to slip right in here. Bedding on my right, bedding on my left. Got this nice little trail system up on top of this knob here, a little flat spot up here. So I'm hoping that these bucks show up tonight. There's a couple good ones in here. One specifically we're calling Scar, because he's got a scar on his back. And then there's another nice one that's got kind of a drop tine off his front. He looks pretty good as well. He's disappeared though. We haven't got any pictures of him in a while. So he could be anywhere, but Scar is still hanging around.
dark. Cannot complain about the first hit. The scar never showed up here, but he will. You can't get a better morning than this. Quiet. Corn, just a perfect blend. Well, I can't remember the last time that I actually had to wear this much gear on October the 12th. I mean, it was 31 degrees, hard frost this morning, and the bucks were up on their feet. I mean, I saw 4 different bucks here this morning. So a small one down there, moving some does. The 2 big ones went straight up the bed. They were early movers. There's been one more just kind of small 1.5-year-old messing around up here at this small scrape. Just a great front that came through. Deer are definitely up on their feet, moving around. I'm going to get out of here though, because my scent's pushing more west than I want it to. I just don't want to educate any more deer here than I have to.
Holy dude. That is crazy when that happens. Oh.
Just out of nowhere?
Dude, every once in a while, they just happen like that.
I don't know that I ever get them in my hamstring. My calf.
Crap.
Yeah, I used to get them while I was sleeping. In my
Okay,
calf.
okay.
That would be the worst.
Okay,
Wake up in the middle of the night and you're just
easy,
like,
easy, let it go.
let it go. Let it
Oh,
go.
no, don't come back.
Every other time I get
Oh, okay, slowly getting better right now. Holy.
That one's going to be sore for a little while.
Dude.
You need me to All right, now that Todd's leg cramp is finally gone, we can finish filming this week's
I'm sorry.
show. That was a good one. That was
Dude.
like 5 minutes of leg
don't-
cramp.
I got to drink some more water or something. I don't know if they caught that on film or not, but I flew out of this chair. I literally told Justin I was going to punch him in the face if he touched me. It hurt so bad. All right.
It's pretty awesome. So let's talk about those hunts real quick. Paul's hunt, short, sweet, to the point. You know, as Paul said, he was pretty high up in that tree. That doe was awfully close, and obviously he just didn't compensate quite enough for that angle. Caught her in the spine, but you know, it was a lethal shot.
Hey, when are we
it was a
getting,
huge doe.
When are we getting our trophy doe t-shirts? Come on.
I was just looking at them this morning. I got to order
What
them.
is the hold up? Let's go.
It's
People have
like-
been asking about them for years.
It's like supposed to be a Thanksgiving time surprise
All
thing,
right,
and now
well,
you're ruining it.
I didn't. I'm setting
You
everyone
ruin
up. We
everything.
finally have a trophy doe t-shirt coming out, so make sure
It
you
is
get your
coming
name
out
on one of
very
those.
shortly. I just pulled up the artwork this morning. As a matter
Todd's
of fact.
trophy doe. Actually, I stole that from somebody else. Sorry, man. Let's move forward.
Sorry, Mike. So, all right. So we got Paul shoot a doe. You've had some great encounters. You got a brand new piece of property. Went in there for what, the first time?
First hunt, went in there. You know what? We've been kind of scoping the spot out. And
Tommy told me he's been wanting to go in there, and you've been telling him he can't go.
That's
unless
completely
you're with
information.
him. And then
That
you
is
went in and
false.
snaked it out. That's what he said.
Yeah,
You get
it's
taken up
completely
with
false.
Tommy.
Trying to plan anything with Tommy, you might as well be. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm talking about, Tommy. I'm sorry, but planning with you stinks. And when are you gonna get my yard work done at my house? But anyhow, that's besides the point right now. No, listen, guys. This cold front has been good. Bucks have been on their feet. No, the big shooters I haven't seen. Quite frankly, I'm not getting
That was
pictures.
some nice deer, though. That you just
I
saw
know
there.
people are going to get cranky that I said that because yes, for a lot of people would shoot those deer. I don't want to shoot those particular deer that I've ran into, but bucks have been on their feet. A lot of the team members have been seeing bucks. I'm just not seeing the ones that I want to shoot yet.
Sure.
Scar did not show up there. He's a cool buck. He's one of the better ones we have on the property. I'm sure others will show up, but guys, the reality is we want to keep these videos coming at you. We've got more ahead, so
Yeah, Clinton's
hunt.
had a lot of great hunts here recently. Smoked a big doe last night, so we're going to have that on this Friday's episode. So guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Make sure you check back on Friday. We'll have another great episode of Bowhunt or Die, and we will see you then.
For more exciting action, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and receive live updates from our team members as well as the latest happenings in the bow hunting and archery world. Be sure to share your photos, stories, and experiences as well. And don't forget to pick up your official bowhunting.com and bowhunter dye gear by visiting bowhunting.com/gear. We have a full selection of hats, shirts, decals, wristbands, and much more.
Well, it ain't a big fat doe, but it's gonna be squirrel giblets tonight. I got rid of the annoying squirrel problem. Hit him a little bit back, right in the butt, but it was too much, you couldn't handle it. I'm shooting 50% right now, so if we see 2 deer, we're getting 1.